too often overlooked, but so often prove they
She
are
has
the
heart in what you're talking
backbone
about.
of our democracy.
Trump's like half.
At Joe Biden's inauguration, Harris was
supposed to be a government by the people, for the people. Where does people start? Right here. People starts with a U. People.
1968.
Right.
She represented the 12th district here in New York City for 14 years. In 1972, she became the
Hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford here for your feature. What? And today, I wanted to do another reaction video. This one's going to be to Black History Month, the woman behind the Civil Rights Movement, Black Woman Acknowledgement, Appreciation, History, Tributing, Honor. Yeah, so we're going to get right into this. And it says the description, the most recognizable faces associated with the Civil Rights Movement in the United States are Black men like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. The many women who organized and marched alongside these men are not as well known.
The night Joe Biden was declared winner of the U.S. election marked the first time a woman of color would become Vice President of the United States. On that historic night, Kamala Harris acknowledged the Black women who came before her.
Women who fought and sacrificed so much for equality and liberty and justice for all.
I feel how she speaks.
Including the Black women who are too often overlooked, but so often prove they are the backbone of our democracy.
Trump's like half.
At Joe Biden's inauguration, Harris was dressed in purple, a color associated with the women's suffrage movement.
Yes.
According to CNN, she also wore purple because it was favored by a woman Harris has long admired, Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman elected to U.S. Congress in 1968.
Right.
She represented the 12th district here in New York City for 14 years. In 1972, she became the first African-American woman to run for president. After she died, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama in 2015.
You, sister.
It is one of the highest civilian awards given by the U.S. government.
We need more.
She let people know that, they could break all the glass ceilings.
Judith Brown Dianis heads an organization focused on racial justice issues. She says Chisholm and many other African-American women involved in the fight for equality haven't been given their full due.
There were some whose names we know, but there are a lot of others who just kind of went under the radar. And that even the ones whose names we know, we don't know the full story.
I have a dream.
The civil rights movement has become synonymous with Black male leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. The many women, including Ella Baker, a key strategist of the movement who worked alongside King and others, have often been overlooked.
So these women were in a world where they were operating and doing incredible work, but were not being recognized because of a history.
That's very true, actually.
Brown Dianis says the good news is that Black women are now starting to be recognized for their work.
I don't know if you know how extraordinary this is, but you have made it 100 miles to freedom all by yourself. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet, released in 2019, is the first feature film dedicated entirely to the story of Harriet Tubman, an iconic abolitionist who risked her life to save roughly 70 slaves. Black women have also taken center stage at many of the women's marches that erupted in 2017, and it was an African-American female activist, Tarana Burke, who first coined the phrase "Me Too," that came to symbolize a social movement against sexual abuse.
That are visible, that where they're bringing their whole selves, where they're bringing their experiences is incredible. And I think it's changing the way that we do movement work.
Talk your stuff. Let them know what's up. It's supposed to be a government by the people, for the people. Where does people start? Right here. People starts with a U. People starts with a P. Please be yourself and understand that, especially when it comes to the people in power. We are the representation. At the end of the day, the people that sign things into law are computers. Each and every law, each and every wire, when it comes to technology, when it comes to construction, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to each and every little dig. Make sure that you look up some more Black history stuff. Make sure that you look at my playlist, championing my advocacy and the legacy of Black women. Tribute reactions. Have a nice day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.